Hello everybody, Doc Jing Ruder here, Doctor of Physical Therapy and your foreign educated physical therapist guide to US application and finding US employers for therapists. So guys, I hope you're doing great and coming back to making more videos that will serve you foreign educated physical therapists, so if you haven't watched any of my videos before, Just Upright channel covers a lot of topics. I help foreign educated physical therapists, I help older adults, there are some documentation videos here also free to your access, but majority of my videos are for foreign educated physical therapists to help them in application here to the US because it's brutal, it's bloody, especially when you do not know what in the world are you doing. Okay, if you do not have a solid foundation of the basic, you will be lost, you will spending tons of money, you will be super confused, and you're not going anywhere. Okay, you will be struggling for many years and spending so much money, hard-earned money, not going towards your goal to come here to the US to legally work as physical therapists. Okay, so what we're going to talk about today is do not listen to them, and I'm going to explain what is it all about. Okay, so if you know guys that I actually give a complimentary call to those who are in need of assistance, clarification, they're so super confused or stuck, or they don't know how to really proceed or start with their US application. I can put the link down below for you to schedule a call with me, or you just email me at justuprightllc@gmail.com. So with that being said, I've been talking to a lot of people, and of course I'm not gonna name names, okay, but I'm going to tell you the lessons that I'm learning from them, and that the advice that I'm giving them. Okay, so do not listen to them. Okay, first case scenario is that a licensed physical therapist who is still in the Philippines, and she has a relative here, I think a nurse, and then the friend of her relative was telling her aunt that she, the physical therapist, cannot be petitioned by any employer unless she has a doctor of physical therapy degree. Okay, so it might be a well-meaning person, but they don't have any idea what they're talking about. Okay, do not take the advice of anyone who has not been in the journey, okay, and did not do the process or has no idea how the process is. It doesn't mean that they're here in the US that they know what they're talking about, okay, especially if they're not a foreign educated physical therapist who actually went from another country and processed their application, went through the whole 9 yards before coming here. Then they might know what's going on. But if they're just living here in the US and they hear that, oh, the entry level right now when you go to the school is a doctor of physical therapy, which is true since 2016. So when you enroll to a school to become a physical therapist, there's no bachelor's, there's no master's degree, it's automatic doctor of physical therapy. But it doesn't mean that as of the making of this video, it can change when you watch this video, so just do your own research. It doesn't mean right now that the requirement for foreign educated is to be a doctor degree. If you have a doctor degree, that's great, but if you read on FCCPT or FCCPT, okay, the healthcare worker certificate, which is needed before someone can petition you with a working or immigrant visa, it dictates that you should have a master's degree or equivalent, okay, not a doctorate degree as of right now. Okay, again, it can change. So if you're a foreign trained, foreign educated physical therapist, the best time to actually come here and apply is now, before the doctorate degree is mandated. Okay, right now it is not. And I made a lot of videos about this, so check out the videos. Do I really need a master's degree? Can I practice just with a BSPT? Do I need a doctorate degree? I had videos about this. Okay, so if you go to the playlist of this channel, there is a how to become a physical, or how to apply as physical therapist to the US. It's a group of videos that I made about application that you can access for free. Okay, the next thing, so that's the first one that I want to clarify. Okay, the second one that I want to clarify is it's not easy to come here to the US as a tourist visa and find an employer here. Not easy. Number one, it happened to me. I was already licensed in New York in 2008, but the agency, yeah, they petitioned me, but there was a glitch. They want me to go back to the Philippines to be interviewed in the consul there. They did not do the change of status here, so I went back to the Philippines and I got denied, and I did not know why. It was not explained to me. And that was the start of my depression going down the hill, because I experienced American life and only for it to be taken away from my hands after 8 years or more. No, by that time it was 6 years in the making, in the process of applying to the US. So it was really hard. So the other one that I talked to and coached recently is that she went to New York, and she was under tourist visa, and then she doesn't want to be out of status, so she paid the lawyer to transition the tourist visa to student visa. But being on student visa means you have to be enrolled in school, accredited, by the immigration, that really will tell the immigration that you're indeed taking the classes, whatever classes you enroll to. So paying the lawyer and then paying the school continuously, because while you're here, you should not be out of status, because it will affect your employment later on. Should an employer, agency petition for you, they will see that you have a record of being out of status, and it's bad news. So she kept on paying. She kept on going to school, and she did everything that she can to survive here. I'm not going into details, but it was very, very hard for her. Okay, the long years she was taken advantage of. She got so tired, she got so fed up, and she eventually went back to the Philippines. Okay, she was not out of status, but to keep her status, to keep her within the status, she did a lot of sacrificing. Okay, so I want you to know, guys, that it's not easy. If you're thinking, and if you're listening to those people who are here in the US, yeah, just come here and you'll find employer. It's not that easy, guys, because there is a process, and that process of transitioning from a tourist to a working or immigrant visa, it will take months and months. Okay, and you don't want to be out of status, so there will be expenses that you have to incur. How are you going to support yourself while you're here? Okay, so technically, if you're under tourist visa, student visa, tourists should be just visiting, and students should be just being a student. You have to have a working or immigrant visa to be legally working here as physical therapists. Okay, so do not listen to people and just accept those things that they're saying that are not necessarily true. Okay, they might have a good intention of helping, but actually they don't know what they're talking about. So you have to consult someone who's been there, done that, whose job or mission and work right now is to help someone like you Okay, I do it, other people do it. So get reputable people to help you, not just accept what other people are saying. Okay, so that's the main thing that I want to get across for today. It saddens me to hear the struggles of the people coming here as a tourist visa and being exploited, and taken advantage of, and having a hard life just because they listened to someone saying, yeah, just come here and it will be an easy ride. It's not an easy ride, especially if you cannot find an employer who will really be successful in petitioning you to transition you from a tourist to working or immigrant visa. Okay, if you do not know what in the world you're doing about US application, if you want to have a shortcut or a fast forward on learning the ins and outs of going to the US as a physical therapist, applying, finding a job, what is credentialing, what is healthcare worker certificate, do I really need that, should I be a doctor degree, how can I transition my bachelor to master's degree, and so many things, power pack information. Enroll at Turbocharge Masterclass. I did this masterclass live with actual people attending it. They had good reviews about it. They learned a lot. Their confusion is gone. Their doubts eliminated. They had a clear roadmap on how to move forward with their US application. You can see the reviews online. I will put the link down below. That is the best thing that I can recommend you right now, so that you won't necessarily have to struggle, to be frustrated, to fail, to lose so much money, time, and effort simply because you have no idea what you're doing. And some people will say, well, it's paid, I don't want to pay. Well, it's up to you. Okay, I'm not forcing it to you guys. But one thing that you have to understand, and one thing that you have to learn, is that you have to invest in yourself. Okay, is it the money that matters, or is it your future that matters? Okay, you have to invest for yourself and for your future. So if you want to fast forward, to turbocharge, okay, fast track your success in application to the US, you have to be armed with knowledgeable information that you can use, so that you are not aimlessly wondering and not knowing what to do, ending up with so much frustration, troubles, problems, and struggles in your life. So if you haven't seen the video that I made, you're losing very conservatively at least minimum $40,000 US, depending on the contract that you will sign with your employer, depending whether they paid or sponsored you with everything that you need to do. It can be a low 40, it can be at 60, 70, depending on your contract. Okay, so you are losing so much money every day that you're not taking the right action. Okay, so that's why I created the Turbocharge Masterclass, to answer the questions. The participants had questions there, and their questions might be your question, and I answer them there. And even after going through the masterclass and you still have questions, then email me and I can clarify things for you. Okay, so I will put down the link below. You can share it to your friends, to someone who's still struggling on their way to the US. If you're here in the US, or even if you're in your own country and you need to find a reputable employer, I also have connections here in the US with employers who are willing to petition or sponsor foreign trained physical therapists. But like I said in many of my videos, it will be a faster process if you are already licensed physical therapist in the US, meaning you already took your NPTE, you're good to be petitioned, you're ready to work, because that is the priority of majority of the US employers here Okay, so thank you so much, guys, for watching. I hope you learned something very valuable from this video. Please share this video, follow me in my social media platforms. I have all the links, the important links down below, and share this video and all the important links down below, the free ebook, how to schedule a complimentary call with me. All the links are down below. Okay, thank you so much, guys, for watching. Until the next video, stay blessed.